is Alex Duval. I am the lead programmer for the Kingsman Game Development Club, and I am the senior developer. I've been in this club for about 3 years now. The people who I work with are Joseph, who is one of our artists, as well as Yasmin and Savannah. All three of them have worked on the art together. Ben, who is our musician, he did the music for all the worlds, which is wonderful. I love it. And then there's me and Jaden, who we are both programmers, and we are responsible for putting the entire game together and submitting it. We had planned to do a lot of things on the first few days of the club. We intended to have a whole story for it. We intended to have boss fights even. We wanted it to be a puzzle game because we thought it was cool. We also intended to have about 5 worlds with a different theme for each, so we could fit it in with diversity. But of course, towards the end, we only had about 1.5 worlds done with no art for the second one, which was not great. So we started to rush it. We ended up getting the second world done like a week before the end of the competition, and Jaden was working on the third world at the time, and we were so close to getting the third world done, but we did not. We decided at the last minute to just not scrap it, but to not put it in yet. We had a big story element to it that we really wanted to add in, but some of our most impressive things that we added in was the mineshaft. We had a lot of fun making the mineshaft, and when it looked nice and it worked nice, it was a huge achievement for us. Jaden was responsible for most of the stuff there, most of the programming, while Savannah did most of the art. Player movement, I was in charge of player movement. That was a huge pain, and it was an issue from the beginning to the end, and it wasn't until the very end in which we kind of perfected it. We made everything consistent and much nicer, but that was pain to deal with. And then puzzle design. Jaden did most of the puzzle design, and he did really well on it. He spent a lot of time making puzzles, spent a lot of time adding them in. He's responsible for most of that stuff. The tile maps that we had, all of the tiles for the ground and the environment and stuff were made by Joseph. He did an exceptional job on that. He had to redo a lot of them. We did do a lot of management as well, because the last few years I noticed that we really didn't do a lot of management. So this year I was like, yeah, we should definitely try to get as much management as we can, get lots of just a lot of management points. We made a Trello. I tried to keep the Trello up as much as possible. Discord, we have a Discord. We use Discord a lot. That was incredibly useful. I even made a document to show all the ideas that we had in the beginning. I have 2 or 3 game design documents. One of the ideas that we had in the beginning was, maybe have different art styles for each world. Our artist didn't really know how to do multiple types of art, so we just said, okay, do what you're good at, do the one kind, it'll all work out. But towards the end, I started to realize that there was art coming from me, coming from Jaden, coming from Joseph, Savannah, Yasmin. Pretty much everyone in our team had made some art for the game. So technically, we did still accomplish that at a smaller scale. And I think that's it. That was pretty much everything that happened. Well, not everything, but most of the things that happened in our club. We definitely could have done a lot better. Of course, again, this is quite a unique situation we're in, so it's hard to say that we can't do better, because obviously we can. But for what we did do, I'm very proud of everyone who had worked on our game. I'm proud of everyone who stuck through it, even if they've lost motivation. Proud of everyone who stayed up until 4 in the morning, which is like half of our team, to work on this. It definitely takes a lot of effort to keep going after something like this has happened. Yeah, I think that's it. That's everything.